I'm Pete White.
I'm Stephen Mowry.
This is John Fitch.
I'm George Griffin.
I'm Michael Davis.
Hey everybody, this is Island Fight CEO Dean Toole.
Hello, world! What's up, everybody? All right, guys, you know what's another great show here at the Fight Bananas Podcast. How's everyone doing out there? Big guest for you tonight. We have Titan FC 56 co-main event. The featherweight champion for Titan FC. We got our main man, Jason Soares, coming on the show. Big fan of him. Featherweight stud. This kid's got all the tools. We can't wait to see him in the UFC. It might be sooner than later. I just want his take on all the other featherweights in the MMA world, especially UFC, and just see how the training camp's going. We are less than 2 weeks away. Titan FC 56. I cannot wait to see the Specimen go to work. All right, guys, we got Jason Soares. We got our sponsors we'll get to soon. We also have 4 or 5 questions in the Instagram DMs. Big show, packed show. We'll talk to you soon. Here is Jason Soares. All right, guys, I told you, on the line, Jason Soares, co-main event, Titan FC 56. My man, less than 2 weeks. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Just ready to go and getting my weight down. Everything's going awesome.
Cool. So training camp's been good. 2 weeks. So is it just a weight cut distribution now, or are you still, putting in the game plan a little bit?
No, all the main work is done.
Yeah.
This time is just like getting my weight down, maintaining the shape. Like you already did all your hard work now. Like this is maybe it's too late to make any serious gains. Like focusing on last little touching details, but nothing big.
Oh, for sure. Man, we're just so excited. Big fans of Titan FC, big fans of you. 13-0, featherweight, one of the greatest divisions in mixed martial arts. So I definitely want to take the fans, everyone listening to the show, kind of outside the octagon, outside of Titan FC for a little bit. Just a little bit backstory about you, yourself. What's your favorite show? What do you like to do? What's your favorite team? That kind of stuff.
I mean, as far as show goes, I'm just more a movie guy. I don't really watch like standard like cable, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I have all kinds of stuff. So you gotta give me some of these questions one at a time. Give me
Okay. So what's the movie of the summer so far for you?
Oh, movie of the summer. I don't know. It's hard to put me on the spot like that. I like all kinds of movies. I like American Gangster.
Yeah.
I like all those kind of cool movies. Gladiator, all those movies are good, and movies I watch Fight Month and stuff.
Okay, for sure. At the end of the show, I got 10 questions. I got 10 funny questions for you. That's gonna put you on the spot. That's gonna be great.
Okay, cool. That'd be fun.
Cool. Yeah, man. So Titan FC has been, I think, real great to you. How is your relationship with Lex and with Titan FC? I just saw you guys were together. How excited are you for this co-main event? And kind of just your relationship with Titan FC.
My relationship with Titan has been great. They've been nothing but like stand-up guys with me, super professional, treat me really well. So yeah, like 100%. I'm behind Titan FC, and Lex and all those guys have been awesome to me. And then as far as being excited for the fight, I'm never really excited for any of the fights until it's 10 seconds before the fight. Like I have like a bunch of weight to lose. I got to do all this stuff that I don't like doing. And then when I get right when I walk out, that's like when I get excited. But it'll be fun. I plan on putting on a good show. I'm really excited about like the game plan we have set and everything. So that should be good. And I think it's going to be like a really smooth, clean, impressive fight.
Oh,
for me, not for him.
Absolutely, man. And I always say this every time, when Khabib and Conor was about to fight. And usually I pick Conor, and everyone's like, guys, Khabib's undefeated. I will always go with the undefeated mixed martial artist until they lose. And seeing your record 13-0, and nothing wrong to Andrew the Beast over there, 16-7. I just would always lean on your side. Not just saying this because you're on the show right now. I just always feel an undefeated fighter always has the edge. You always feel like, in a little way, you're unbreakable, unbeatable, all that, invincible.
Yeah, of course.
So I just, I love.
It's 1,000% true.
Right. Okay.
Like Vince Lombardi said, like losing and winning is a habit, but unfortunately losing is too. So
for sure.
Yeah, like losers know how to lose and winners know how to win. It's the same thing always.
Absolutely, and nothing, negative. He lost his last fight. He's 35, 36 years old. You're 29. To me, in sports, baseball, football, 27, 26 is that sweet spot. To me, mixed martial arts.
I didn't know. I didn't even know he. No, my dogs are messing around. 1 second.
No problem, man.
Oh, sorry. I got English bulldogs and they just got pissed at each other. Anyhow, no, I didn't even know that he was in his 30s. I'm telling you, I never paid attention to my opponents. No disrespect to them. I never looked them up. I never do anything. My coaches do all that for me.
Oh, okay. Let's go there. We follow you guys on Instagram. The Fight Bananas has got your back. We're giving you the likes on Instagram. Make sure you follow the Specimen on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. We'll get to your social media platforms. But okay, the dogs. I've been seeing that on your stories, a couple of your pictures. Talk about that.
I have English bulldogs. I've always liked English bulldogs, and then between me and my mom, we have like a couple of them, and then she has some Frenchies as well, and then we like breed them as a hobby. It's like a fun hobby. You have puppies and stuff. It's cool. It's probably one of my top passions right now. It's like the bulldog stuff.
Wow, really? So you guys, breed them, and then is it all like selling to profit, or is it giving it to friends and family, that kind of thing?
Well, no, we sell them, but like I don't do it for like the money,
Sure.
And they are expensive too, but I do it like I just love the bulldogs. I like the breeding them, and it's like you get to mess with like the colors and picking pairs and stuff. It's fun,
Oh, absolutely. August 23rd, Titan FC co-main event. Man, so excited for you. It's on UFC Fight Pass. Those 3 letters, I don't know if you just watched a couple nights ago, Dana White Contender Series, Brock Weaver. God, what a show. Like the whole MMA scene was up in arms. Mike Perry with the nose. Just the MMA scene's on fire, especially in Florida. Down there, you're in Miami. Do you feel this momentum of MMA in Florida?
Well, I mean, MMA in Florida, like Florida's always been the mecca, especially South Florida.
For sure.
We have the best MMA fighters, MMA coaches, like in the whole entire world. Like everyone's here, and then minus a couple of spots around the country. Got some places in Cali and stuff like that. But as far as like the mecca, there's no place that can compete with South Florida. You know what I mean? Everyone comes here to train. You got the biggest camps in the world here, and then top athletes, top coaches. So it's always been big here. And then and then of course especially since we have so many top guys and fighters, you always got these guys doing good stuff like Perry. He's I think he trains out of Orlando, and all these other guys. And that I don't know where that other guy comes from. He comes from Florida. But I think he's actually in North Florida.
Mobile, Alabama. Actually, friends with him, know him, been covering. He fights a lot of organization Island Fights, which is also on the UFC Fight Pass. He's been, their main event, their co-main event. We call him the Babe Ruth of Island Fights. The kid's just awesome. Everything you saw last night, that's how he was. When you go out to eat dinner with him, that's just who Brock Weaver is. He's a man's man. He's just great guy, easy guy to talk to. So happy for him. We've been big fans of him for years and years, and that's where I kind of want to get to you at right now. I don't want you to, of course, every fighter will say this, you never look past your next fight, your opponent right there, Titan FC 56. But after that, is it UFC? Is it UFC or bust? Is that your main goal?
No, my main goal is to win fights. That's number one, right? Main goal is to keep on winning.
Yeah.
And then of course the UFC is one of those top organizations, and it's just to get win these belts, fight these top guys, and be known as the best or one of the best in the world. So number one goal is win fights. After that is find places to fight that are going to be recognized and fight top level guys and all that stuff. So yeah, UFC is definitely like up there on the list. You got all kinds of other ones. You got PFL doing really big things. You got ONE. You got Bellator. All these other ones. So I don't care that much.
Okay, that's cool. I was just going to ask you there's like 3-4 to me really hot guys in the featherweight division. Of course, Max Holloway, to me, he's the greatest of all time in the featherweight division for UFC, the longevity, some of the big fights he has. I want, your thoughts on Max Holloway if we could. Also, probably an all-time legend like in Jose Aldo. And then to me, the Korean Zombie. What's your take on those 3 guys? Because I always say the fighters see it different from, people in the media, fans, everything like that. What do you think of those 3 fighters?
No, I think they're all great. I think Jose Aldo was the man back in the day, but I think his name will always be tainted because I'm pretty sure, there's too much like steroid talk about him. And then it just coincidentally, as soon as USADA comes in, he's not the same. And then Max Holloway, awesome, really good striker, stand-up cardio, everything. I'd love to fight him. That'd be a good fight. He's a good matchup. And the Korean Zombie, a tough guy, really good. All three of them are awesome guys, like growing up, I always looked up to Jose Aldo because he's been the king for so long, but his reign's over. And, yeah, they're all really good. You can't say anything bad about either of them.
Absolutely, man. How cool is this? Like UFC 275 main event, Max Holloway versus Jason Soares, Featherweight Championship. I like that. That's got a good sound to it.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
I like it, man. Like I said, we got 10 questions. We're going to be going bananas here in a second. But just the last thing about Florida, training, making sure. I was down there at Coconut Creek American Top Team, and I was talking to a lot of the fighters. And about the Florida scene, they said, guys, we train in the morning, and then we go to the beach. We jog with the weather. We exercise in the pool. Is it just you think you have a huge advantage to be down there in South Florida and to train day in, day out? Beautiful weather. Sometimes it's a little bit hotter than we like it, but to train here in Florida.
Yeah, no, I've been around the world training, and I've been in cold climate training. And just for any professional athlete, like the hot weather is just a million times better, like you wake up, you're sore. The last thing you want to do is be cold, which allows your muscles, tightens up your muscles and makes it so, higher chance of injury, all these things. So yeah, the weather is awesome. It's optimal for, performance athletes. And yeah, the beach is nice, water is nice. I'm from the Keys, so like if I go out, when I go to the water, I go to the Keys, and see my parents and my friends and family and stuff. But yeah, no, I think it's a big advantage and just a lot easier mentally. I have a lot of respect for those guys, like friggin', you got Stipe waking up in Ohio and being cold and sore, and then going out and training and stuff. That stuff's horrible. I don't want to do that.
Oh yeah, man. How about the Rufus Sport guys? The Pettises up there.
Yeah, all of them. I would not be doing that.
Yeah, that's crazy savage. Hey, there's a reason why American Top Team is so hot, and Florida fighters so hot. We just said Mike Perry's fighting in Fusion, Orlando, Florida. Oh, my last question before we go into the bananas. We talked this about a lot of fighters, and we talked to a lot of fighters when we were down there, and they loved it. It's 2019. It's, technology, social media, all this great stuff. How can we not have a scoreboard for mixed martial arts? For Titan FC, for Island Fights, for UFC. After every round, nothing changes, nothing scores. I would like to see more 10-8 rounds personally. I think when a guy dominates, they deserve. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Okay, cool. I am a huge...
Yeah, no, look, listen. I think it's retarded that we have this. We do we're on the boxing scale, but we give no 10-8 rounds. Like guys get dropped. If you get dropped, you should be a 10-8 round immediately, or a point deducted. There should be so many more 10-8 rounds and 10-7 rounds and all that stuff. especially in MMA. So I think that needs to be a lot better, and that would entice kind of action. If you have the ability to get 10-8, 10-7 round, and I'm for the scoreboard. That's awesome to be able to see where you're at. Which it can allow again more action. It also at the same time can allow less action because you're ahead, but at the same time the other guy is coming at you because he knows he's behind.
Exactly. So let me go with this a little bit. So okay, football game. I'm a big football fan. When a guy throws a 20-yard pass, that's good, but when you throw a 55-yard touchdown, you get points, you get more. When you punch a guy, a jab, 2 jabs, that's good, but if you lay him out and knock him down, it's 10-8, it's 10-7s. Let's give the people more, dynamic moves and big takedowns. Let's give the guys more points. The females, they deserve, to each out around 10-9. It's just crazy. Then the scoreboard idea is if Mike Perry was down or tied going into that third, maybe his mindset changes a little bit. He's got to do this or that, right? And I heard this a little bit, and this is one of the things people, especially fighters, they're like, hey, if I'm losing in the fight, I think the other fighter's going to be passive. They're going to try to stay away. But this more than any. If you are not, in that cage, not at 100% or not on the go or not moving forward, to me, you're going to get leveled. You just can't go in there not all in. I just think that would be, really bad for the fighter that's ahead, and they just try to play. You just can't do that in mixed martial arts. You can do that in basketball. You can hold the ball. You can't hold anything in mixed martial arts. You can't.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Like I'm all for it. There's very little downside. All the downside, the upside outweighs it too much. But yeah. And exactly the Perry thing, that was a close fight. I honestly thought Perry won just based on, even if they were even in strikes, which they weren't, Perry did more damage on his stuff. But other than the nose thing, but you can't be mad about that decision. Because when you don't finish it and it's a close fight, you just can't be mad. You can't complain. And but no, I'm all for the whole scorecard, and especially not even the scorecard. I'd prefer them just to start implementing 10-8 rounds a lot more. When they are deserved, of course.
Yeah, no, me too. Absolutely. You don't give anyone 10-8, a fake 10-8, but if they deserve it, a crazy, massive round for a heavyweight, they deserve 10-8 or any weight class. But before we go in the bananas, my man, throw out your social media platforms or anything you want to plug, any kind of sponsors, your gym, anything like that. The floor is yours, and then we'll get into going bananas.
My Instagram is Specimen Soares. Jason Soares on Facebook. You guys can find me. I'd love to accept some more friends and fans. I train at Freestyle Fighting Academy right here, located in Miami. We're open 24/7. Anyone wants to come and try us out? We got 30-day free trial. And I just thank all my training partners, my coaches, Marcos, Dave, Avalon, all those guys. And I'm ready to do this banana thing that you want to do.
All right, here we go. All right, so 10 questions. First thing that pops in your head, funny, not funny, anything. All right, you ready?
Okay, cool.
Your favorite piece of technology?
Phone.
Okay. Your first celebrity crush?
Oh, Jessica Biel.
Oh, my gosh, the baseball movie, right?
Yeah, that girl is hot.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah, amen to that. What's your favorite item in your closet?
Clothes. Lululemon clothes.
All right. What actor would play you in a movie about you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't even know most of these people's names. I'm surprised I knew Jessica Biel's name. So none. I don't know. You find one. Tom Cruise, the only one I can think of. Him and his crazy ways.
I love it. We actually did a podcast about what MMA fighters, remind us to Hollywood people. And what we had Tom Cruise and Conor McGregor lined up. They're just like, we think, two guys over the top. They always bring it. I just think that's a good one.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
I mean, I started when I was 5 years old. I started making these oven mittens. I got an oven mitt thing for Christmas. And I would go around the town and sell them. So that was my first job, entrepreneurship.
I love it. Amen, America. I love that. Your all-time favorite combat sports fighter?
George St. Pierre.
Your biggest pet peeve?
Chewing your mouth open.
Your last Halloween costume?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a long time ago. I have no clue.
All right. Last one. Your favorite superhero?
Probably Batman.
Okay, Batman. And then last one. Prediction.
Or Hulk. I like Hulk. Yeah.
You like Hulk smash, right?
Yeah, he's the man.
Your fight prediction, Titan FC 56 on UFC Fight Pass, August 23rd. What happens in the co-main event?
Well, now that I know he's like 35 or 36, it has to be finished in the first or second round, But he'll be finished first or second round. We'll finish. My record, I always finish people first or second round. It'll be a submission or knock. I don't know. It depends on him, If he wants to go grapple, he'll get submitted. If he doesn't want to grapple, he'll get knocked out. Depends on him.
Hey, I love it. A win is a win. One step closer to your goal. Man, big fans of you, Jason. We wish you nothing but the best. Good skill coming up August 23rd. We appreciate your time. Have a great day.
I really appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother. Bye. All right, guys, that was Jason. And real quick, before we get going to the rest of the show, we want to thank our sponsors. Warhammer Fightwear, one of the best gear in mixed martial arts. Definitely follow their social media platforms on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you like their page. And, of course, buy the gear on Amazon. Check out Warhammer Fightwear. All right, guys, what a great interview. Jason Soares, co-main event, Titan FC 56. Man, superstar in the making. He's undefeated, 13-0. Cannot wait to watch him on UFC Fight Pass. 3 pretty big letters. Love it. All right, guys, we got a lot of big things coming. Make sure you subscribe to the Fight Bananas YouTube page. I told you, always check out Fight Bananas Official on Instagram. And we say it all the time, slide into the DMs. We're going to answer the questions. I got to keep a couple from my main man, the Professor John Radford, but I got 3 questions here in front of me. I love them, and I wrote them down, their name, city. I love it. Make sure you guys put in your city. I had one. It was just a question, and they didn't tell me where they were from, so I'm keeping that in there. And I replied to him, so hopefully we get you on the next show. All right, here we go. First one's from Andrew from Fort Lauderdale. They asked, do you like MMA on ESPN+? For right now, yeah, I guess ESPN has some PFL, so MMA, okay. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm a content guy. That's what we do at Fight Bananas. If you subscribe on the YouTube page, it's free. You'll get it. It's content galore all the time. I love the pay-per-views, of course, but I just like how there's shows every Saturday. Almost every Saturday night there's shows. PFL's that Thursday. I love the schedule, the season aspect of it, a little bit of a tournament feel. No, big fan of ESPN Plus, big fan of mixed martial arts for everyone and all. Come on, come on. All right, next one. Raymond from Atlanta. He asks, what's your favorite weight class? My first gut was saying lightweights because I just love that main five, the Dustin, Habib, Connor, Gaethje, Cowboy, Tony Ferguson. I love the lightweights. I'm a big fan of featherweights too. We just talked to Jason Soares, our main man, Michael Beast Boy Davis, of course, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, the Korean Zombie. I love featherweights. So I would say in there, I got to go welterweights too. Gosh, okay, I'm gonna go lightweights. I love that five. Dustin, Connor, Gaethje. It's a combination of power and speed. They can take punches, and then it's one-punch knockouts. I just love the lightweight division. Last one, Mike from Cincinnati, Ohio. I love it. Stipe from Ohio. UFC 241 this weekend. I cannot wait. This is a good one. He goes, why do you like Jorge Masvidal so much? Why wouldn't you like Jorge Masvidal? Let me ask you a question that's asking me a question. Because he's Jorge freaking Masvidal. How can you not like that man? It's always necessary to like Jorge. No, guys, he's funny as hell. His press conferences are just epic. He's real. He tells you how it is. There's no sugarcoating. There's no BS around him. I've met the man. I've hung out with him. That's who Jorge Masvidal is. And then inside the octagon, he gets the fight done. He's aggressive. He gives us endings. He gives us major knockout moments. I'm a big fan of Darren Till, but that knockout was electric. How can you not like Jorge Masvidal? So Cincy, I'm challenging you. Mike from Cincy. You better get on this Jorge Masvidal bandwagon before he's the UFC welterweight champion. Man, Cincy's got my blood pressure a little high right now, I'm telling you. All right, guys, that was it. That was the Fight Bananas podcast. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube. Also, download the podcast if you're on the phone, you're in the working out, you're on the treadmill. Apple Podcasts. Put in Fight Bananas, download and subscribe, and definitely follow our main man, Jason Soares, on Facebook and Instagram. Hell of a fighter. Cannot wait to watch him. Titan FC 56, August 23rd. That was this, guys. That was the Fight Bananas podcast. Have a great day, morning, or night.